I'm here to take my test for my real estate and I am super scared, but I don't know, I'm just nervous. I feel like, I don't know, I have to keep believing in myself. So if I don't pass, it's okay. If I do, thank the Lord. So here I go, guys. Alright guys, so I just got out of doing my test and I am so sad. Like, I legit want to cry, but you know, I just gotta keep reminding myself that I can't give up. This journey has been really hard for me. I don't know, most of you guys know I left my full-time job as a personal banker, and don't get me wrong, I love that job. I you know, it got me so many things, like, you know, buying my first house. I wanted to pursue real estate because I wanted to, you know, I didn't want to be left with the what if I would have tried that. And honestly, this journey has taken me a little longer than I have thought. Like, I understand why people don't take these risks, you know, to try to pursue something better, or you know, try something out of your comfort zone, because it's really scary. And you know, the reason I'm doing all this YouTube stuff is just to kind of let you guys know what it is, like what it is to be in, you know, 23 and trying to freaking make something or try to better yourself. You know, a lot of people are out here saying how to be, you know, successful, but they're not showing you the way of like what they've done, you know. I don't want to give up, you know, even though part of me is like, just go back, you know, and just go back, you know, but I'm not going to. That's what life's about, you know. You gotta keep moving forward, and thank God I have such a supportive family that just keeps pushing me. So today is test day, and I'm not really nervous. I feel like I've done this, so I'll be fine. But let's see. I'm gonna study right now a little bit in the car. So I am here at the test location. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I was just studying right now in my car, so we'll see. So anyways, I'll catch you guys when I get out. You guys, I just got done with my test. It's been like 2 hours, but I passed it. I freaking passed it. Like, wow. Like, just wow. Like, I passed it. God is good. God is so good. I gave up on this. I gave up on it at one time, but I passed it. Yes. Thank you, God. Thank you. I'm so happy. You guys don't understand. Like, I've been working so hard for this. Okay, I'll catch you guys with me being a little bit more put together. I'll probably cry then too, but I need a moment. Thank you. I need a moment. Alright guys, so I am back and I'm a little bit more put together because obviously I was crying last time, but I'm no longer crying. I'm actually super happy. It's my birthday month as well, so I passed it on January 11th, 2019, and my birthday is January 30th, so it's a perfect timing. But yes, you guys, I'm so happy. Yeah, you guys, I know I showed only a little bit of me studying, but let me tell you, there was so much studying where I kind of went insane and had to delete social media off my phone. Like, I've been MIA from social media. I've even had people message me and be like, what's up with my videos? What's going on? And I was just like, ah, but I didn't want to say anything because I did that the first time I did it around, like the first time I did my real estate test, I had posted it on Facebook and I talked about it and I told people like, I'm gonna do real estate, I'm gonna do real estate and this and that, and then it didn't happen. And when it didn't happen, I went in complete
a meltdown. Like, I broke down, you know. Mentally I was like, oh my god, like I'm such a failure. And yeah, it was a really dark time for me. Now for some people it might be a walk in the park taking that test. For me, it wasn't. And I even had people at schools, some of the brokers at the school tell me like, this test is not easy, yo. Like, it's not. Even people like they were like, even people that are doctors, I've had people that are, you know, come in here and they think like, you know, they got this, but it's not. And little old me, if you guys don't know, I was a super senior because of a test. A test made me not walk with my class. Now at this point in my life, it don't matter. Like, I'm just like, who cares? But at that time of my life, being 18, I was like, this is like my whole entire life, and like I can't believe like I'm not like gonna graduate with my class. So yes, it was freaking that, a test. So I was back in that mindset of like, this test is gonna define my life. And I made it so, I mean, I know it's personal, but I made it too personal. Like, I took it to heart and I shut down, you know. And I know some might sound a little bit, I don't know, self-centered, whatever. I've always had things go my way. I've always had goals and I've had them always go my way. So to have this not go my way, it just shattered me. And it did. It shattered me. And like I said at the beginning, I left my job to take this test. So for me not to pass it and not be making any income was freaking me out. There was so much pressure that I added to myself, and I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. So that alone is so scary. So now fast forward to when I took the test the first time, and when I took, if you guys see the beginning of the video, that was the first time I was taking the test and I didn't pass it. Took it 2 more times, I didn't pass it, and then I was done. I told myself, I'm overwhelmed, I don't want to do this. I gave up on myself. And so then what I did is I ended up working with Jose, and then it's not that Jose's a big provider, and shout out to him because he is an amazing boyfriend, and I know he will one day be an amazing husband. He's a provider and he works hard, and I thank him so much because I didn't work for a year while I was trying to do all that, and he let me figure myself out. And that is huge, to have a person and a partner and a lover, whatever you want to call it, best friend, have them help you figure yourself out is truly amazing. And he's always been so supportive. So I've always been a very independent girl. Like, I like making my own money. Like, I went crazy because, you know, for me, I've always been so used to having my own. And, you know, and anyways, that whole experience humbled me down, because when I was doing this in the beginning, I was putting myself, oh, also, I did say that, I don't know if you guys watch my Instagram, but follow me on Instagram, by the way. And I posted something where I said it's okay to take a couple steps back. And you know, and I did that because I also was working with Jose, but I was kind of freaking out because I wasn't making my own, and I was like, I want my own little money, you know, like my stuff. And Jose was like, well, honey, you're fine. But I was like, okay. So I ended up going back to Wells Fargo, and although in the beginning of this journey, I never said I will never go back to Wells Fargo. If you guys were to see that full video of the beginning on my YouTube channel, I don't know if I'll post it back up. I don't mind going back. Like, don't ever say never, because you just never know. And I did. I had to go back to Wells Fargo, and I worked as a part-time teller. And I was a little embarrassed because I was like, oh my god, I was a banker at first and now I'm going to teller. But you guys, like, that is my journey, and it's okay. Like, everyone's journey is different. It takes everyone different steps to get somewhere and to be successful. And I think that's why I'm also recording myself and I'm telling you guys, because I'm not embarrassed anymore. I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, I'm turning 25 this month. It's like, why should I care what other people think? But also, I don't want, you know, social media affects a lot of people. They think like, oh, I see all their pictures, they're so happy together, they're, you know, she looks so happy, but you guys don't know what's going on behind doors. Like, I got really sad, I got really on myself, I gained a lot of weight because I didn't pass it. I was like feeling like a failure, and I was like, I hate myself, like, and I gained mad weight. And yeah, it was a really bad, I was in a really bad place over a test. Now, it's because I had made it to be like, I wanted this picture for everybody to be like, oh my gosh, she's so successful. She bought her house at 21 and now she's gonna be doing this, and like, oh my God. And I didn't want it to stop, but the moment it stopped, like things weren't going my way, and I thought, you know, oh my God, this isn't going my way. I broke. And that's the reality of it. I broke down. But anyways, you guys, I decided to tell myself and be like, you're better than this. You are smart. You can do this. So that's why I decided to go back. Now, if you guys don't know, I didn't have to start all over, because thank the Lord, I didn't have to take all 18 classes, because when you take your pre-license, well, let me explain this. So if you guys are trying to do real estate, if you're trying to do real estate in the state of Arizona, it's 18 classes and you have to get credit for all of them. Then after that, you're allowed to take the school test. Mind you, I took the school test about 4 times because that was hard. And my study method was not good. I didn't have a good study method. I didn't know where to start. There was just so much information, like 18 chapters of pure information that you were just like, well, what do I study? And it's kind of like that. You don't really know what to study. It's like, just figure it out. I felt like that's how it was for me. Like, okay, what do I study? Like, and so I got so overwhelmed because I was studying everything. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I couldn't. It was a lot. So anyways, thank the Lord. I mean, my studying did help because I passed my school test. When you pass your school test, they're gonna give you a piece of paper, a certificate, and it's your pre-license. It's like a pre-license basically saying, Brenda has passed the school test. She can now move on to take the national and the state test. Woo! So then I was able to take my state and national test. And that's when, in the beginning of the video, I was taking it for the first time. And I didn't pass it. So that's kind of how it goes. And then my pre-license, my little ticket number that they give you so you can schedule the state and national test, mine didn't expire till August 2019. So it doesn't expire till this year. So I don't know why I decided. So I was actually sitting at work and I was kind of like, I'm not happy. Like, you know, I want to do more, you know, and I know I'm capable of it. So that's when I said, I'm gonna go back. And that's when it all sparked again. Now, mind you, studying was hard. I know I showed a little bit of it, but studying was super duper hard. I used Quizlet, and I have about 600 words I think in here, or 500 words, and Quizlet helped me with like putting all my terms, because there's a lot of vocabulary you have to learn, and people tell you all the time, vocabulary. That's one thing I didn't do in the beginning. I didn't study my vocabulary. I was like, I'll just study the chapters and, you know, study what they have us, you know, at the time they made us write down. So I was like, I'll just study that. So I didn't have a really good study method, and that's what I learned going into it this second time around. I was like, okay, now I know what to study. Now I kind of have an idea of what class is going to be like. But I only took 1 class because I didn't need to get all my class credits anymore. So I ended up going to 1 class, and then I walked out of there like, dang, like I feel so overwhelmed by just taking the class. So I'm just gonna go home and study, and that's what I did. And I studied all my vocabulary. I was studying it in the car and all that, and I used Quizlet a lot. Quizlet is like an app that you can get, and I put all my vocabulary, and I would test myself, and I would do the flashcards on there instead of doing it on paper, because it just wasn't working out for me to do it on paper. And so yeah, and that's what happened. And I did this in the holidays, which I call myself crazy because it's like the worst time to take it. I started the journey in the middle of November, and then December came. I took like a whole month just studying and mad studying. I'm talking every day, plus I had work in between. I was like, come on, Brenda, you could have done this when you weren't working. But God does things for a reason, guys. God really does things for a reason. There was a lesson that I needed to learn, and I learned my lesson. And I was studying in between. I stopped social media. I wasn't really posting as much. I stopped eating healthy. I was kind of just like, I have to study. Like, I don't got time for that. So I had to gain a little bit of weight, but I'll get back. Don't you worry. I've been back in the gym. And so yeah, Then I passed it. January 11th, 2019 is when I passed it, and I'm like, yes. And that's when you guys saw me crying that second time. I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy. But I am so thankful, so excited for this new journey. So yeah, you guys, if you guys have more questions, I don't want to rag on this video, make it way long. But yeah, so I'm so happy. But yes, and just to let you guys know, the lesson that I learned, just to kind of finish it off, is appreciate what you got. Because when I was doing this the first time around, I was going in it for the wrong reasons. I was like, I want more money to make me happy and buy a bigger house and a bigger car and be better than, I don't know why, but materialistic things don't make you better. They don't make you a better person. Being a better person within yourself and loving others and treating others with kindness, it's what really matters. And your happiness and the happiness of my family, my mother and my father and my sisters, like that is my happiness. And Jose, you know, those people are what matters and what makes my world rich, like rich. Like I'm rich because of that. And it's not having lots of money and getting another car and a bigger house when I already have a lovely house and I have a lovely car. So that was my lesson. And going into it now that I'm 25, I feel like I can do great at it. And I also know the important things that actually do matter. And I think that's the lesson that God wanted to teach me. Like, no girl, humble yourself down, because everything can be taken like that in a matter of seconds, in a matter of, and yeah. But anyways, you guys, I have a meeting with a broker on Monday and I'm so excited. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do resale homes or if I'm gonna do a new home sale, because I kind of want to do new home sale, but we'll see what happens. I hope you guys ride along this journey with me, and I hope you guys like this video. So yeah, that's my life update. That's what I've been doing, and I'm so excited to be back on YouTube. So yeah. Alright guys, I know you guys might be like, why is she so dull, but I'm going out tonight, so yes. Alright guys, so bye.